Hey everyone, and welcome to the Xbox Ultimate channel. The Elder Scrolls Online got a next-gen update on the Series X consoles this week, so we thought we'd see how close it is now on the RTX 3080 for the PC version, both running at 4K. On the left here we've got the Xbox Series X running in the Performance Mode. On the right we have the RTX 3080 PC version running on maximum settings. You can see there that there is slightly more detail on that pillar, and we have got a slightly different time of day here outside. We've got some haziness on the Series X. We've chosen the performance mode here because of the increased frame rate makes a much bigger difference than the Fidelity, capped at 30 frames per second. You want to see the difference between those two? We do have a performance versus Fidelity mode video also on the channel. As we go into the combat then, we can see straight away that the HDR effects on the console are definitely making it a lot more vibrant on the Series X side. As we go full screen, we can see the detail here as well up close on these monsters. Really is a huge improvement over the previous version and bringing it much closer to the PC version. The only difference here is the field of view is much smaller on the console version. As you can see here on PC, this is kind of mid-range. We can zoom out quite a lot further than this, but we do have a much bigger field of view on the PC versions. The character detail is probably a little bit less detailed on the PC version. The colours are definitely very different, as we can see here when we go side by side again. This is not a gamma difference, this is because the console has HDR and the PC still does not. Don't understand why the PC doesn't, but that's a choice for now. So we're going to go into a delve so that we don't have time of day issues to worry about, and we'll see these differences a bit more clearly. As we can see on the left here, we've got much brighter colours. The HDR effect, especially of those flames, is much more vibrant, although it does look slightly more cartoony on the Series X, I feel. This is just the console version in general, especially with it being much more zoomed in, though the effect and the HDR and just the overall view distance on the Series X is so much better now. Look at that background. As we switch to the 3080 again, we can see the vibrancy on the effects is definitely a bit clearer, and the character model detail is also a little bit clearer, but not really where your focus is a lot of the time. As we come back side by side, we see again the 3080 definitely has clearer visuals, so that performance mode definitely sacrificing a little bit on the Series X, but really not a big enough difference, I feel, for warranting the PC version. As we look over the environment, again we see slight blurriness on the Series X side around some of the models, but the colour I feel is much better on the Series X. And just look at the waterfall here, I find the waterfall just looks so much better on the Series X side. Although if you look at the character models at the bottom here, the 3080 definitely is rendering them a little bit more clearly, but again not really where your focus is. When we're in this first person view, things do get quite chaotic. And we can see again the fuzziness on the monster here does blur out some of the detail of its skin on the Series X, but when we go full screen it's really not as noticeable as you would think, and on a TV screen you don't notice this at all, only when you're looking up close on a monitor. This is a huge win for the Series X, I feel. You would expect that with the Bethesda purchase that they would concentrate more on the Xbox versions, and it's definitely paying off with this update. As we switch to the RTX 3080, again if you're looking at this on small screens, the 3080 is just going to look a little bit more dark, and you probably won't notice the increase in detail that much versus the Series X. Overall, I feel that the Series X has got much better improvements now, and is far closer to the PC version, and definitely is making me want to push my character more on the Xbox side, because I can flip between xCloud and the console seamlessly now, rather than tying down my PC. Let us know in the comments below what you think of the Series X version now compared to the PC version. The RTX 3080 is still quite sought after and hard to get hold of, and is still pushing prices of around £1,000. So for a fraction of the price, if you can get your hands on a Series X, and you love playing the Elder Scrolls Online, then you are going to get an absolute bargain here. and be more than happy with the quality. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Xbox and Game Pass Ultimate, and we will see you next time.